I'm in the clock tower of the Renaissance right now, and we're relating it to the nucleus of the cell in the way that the clock tower is the most known part of the Renaissance. Everyone knows where it is. And the traffic, if you look around, the traffic flows around the clock tower, which is like the nucleus of the cell because everything kind of revolves around it, and it's the control center of the cell. So everything flows around it and goes accordingly to that. And that's basically what the clock tower does here for the Renaissance.
Hey guys, so you see that circle right there? That's the nucleolus. We're inside the nucleus right now, which is the clock tower, and that circle up there is where the clock is, and that's what we consider the nucleolus because it's a non-membrane bound circle. There's nothing hiding it from the rest of it, and it contains nucleic acids and proteins, so I guess you can just imagine some nucleic acids and proteins in there, and it's your perfect nucleolus. Golf cart is like the smooth endoplasmic reticulum in that it transports things around the Renaissance just like the smooth ER transports synthesized proteins around the cell.
Sidewalks at the Renaissance are like the rough ER in that they're connected to the nucleus and both cell membranes, and they transport the ribosomes throughout the cell like the people walk on the sidewalks and go back and forth throughout the Renaissance. So we're in Sephora right now in the Renaissance, and we're at the checkout counter with Miss Patricia, and the checkout counter is like the Golgi apparatus because Patricia stores or sorts and packages all the makeup at Sephora for people to take home, and the Golgi apparatus sorts and packages proteins and sends people off with lipids, which is like customers here who go home with new makeup and lipstick.
I'm here at Starbucks, which is like the mitochondria in the cell, and that the mitochondria takes in nutrients, breaks it down, and forms energy through cellular respiration. The Starbucks provides caffeine for the people at the Renaissance so that they can form that caffeine into energy and go about their day, just like mitochondria provides energy for the cell so they can go about their functions. Class are known as the food producers for plant cells. Their main job is in photosynthesis, where they convert sunlight into glucose. And we are in Fresh Market right now, which is like the food producers for the Renaissance, because it sells all the food for the people that are here.
So the Renaissance are like the vacuoles in a plant cell. The vacuoles store water just like the fountains store water under the ground and then shoot up the fresh, clean water. So the fountains are like the vacuoles.
I'm sitting on the lysosomes of the Renaissance. The lysosomes work to break down the waste of the cell. These trash cans is where people who are shopping at the Renaissance put all their trash and stuff that they've already used up. So that's what I would consider the lysosomes. The roads in the Renaissance are like the cytoskeleton in that the cytoskeleton provides for the shape, the support, and the movement of the cell. The roads provide for the shape of the Renaissance because they're made by the roads and the movement throughout the Renaissance.
So the circle in the middle of the Renaissance is like the centrioles because it divides the Renaissance into separate sections, like the centrioles divide into new cells. These bushes here at the Renaissance are like the plasma cell membrane, which separates the outside of the cell from the inside of the cell. Like these bushes separate everything in the Renaissance from everything in the surrounding town of Ridgeland and Madison. So you can see all the people out there outside of the Renaissance, and these bushes separate them from what's inside.
If my emotions were a canvas, I could draw a clearer portrait just for you. 'Cause you walked in and I just fell into a trance. My guard dropped, hit the ground, broke apart without a sound, and